Coming up on this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, a furry friend, ultimate frisbee, and Team IPEF. All this and more coming up next.
Take me home. Take me
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Emmy Kaiser. There's a special student in the class of 2017. Kim introduces us to a wildcat you should know.
There's a four-legged wildcat you should know here at Neuqua. Her name is Bree. You may have seen her walking alongside Kelsey Romanowski. Bree is Kelsey's diabetic alert dog. She alerts with a special signal when her blood sugar levels are increasing or decreasing between 20% of her baseline level.
That was her trained alert right there.
What sets Bree apart from other service dogs is her background from being a stray to a certified alert dog.
And she was found running as a stray down in Kansas. And she was brought into a kill shelter where she had 3 days left on her clock when another shelter found her, brought her up to Nebraska, and that is where they contacted the company that trained her.
When Kelsey mentioned to her classmates that Bree would be joining their classes, she had support and excitement from students and staff.
But I remember, I think the week before I had told all my classes, letting them know, and everyone was super excited and accepting. And that's pretty much the reaction I've gotten from pretty much everyone at Neuqua. Is just really happy, exciting about it.
When you see Bree or any service dog, you should always follow these tips.
So if you see Bree in the hallways or any other service dog when you're out in public, the best thing to do is ignore them. Act like they are not there. Don't kiss at them, don't bark at them, don't try and pet them, because that is distracting them from their job that they are specifically task trained to do to mitigate my disability.
We will all remember this Wildcat as she graduates with the class of 2017. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Kim Edelizzi.
The IPEF team is running in the Naperville Marathon again this year to raise money for schools in District 204. Kenny has the details.
IPEF, the Indian Prairie Educational Foundation, is an organization that exists to support the educational enrichment of schools in District 204, and Team IPEF has its staff and students from the district running in this year's marathon.
Team IPF is actually a group of 255 charity runners that are all running on behalf of IPEF and the schools across District 204. So we've got runners that are representing all 33 of our schools and the STEPS program. And they did that because they're running for charity, so they're running to raise awareness and funds for our schools and for programs that are supported by IPEF.
Team IPEF has had great success raising money in just their first few years participating in the Naperville Marathon.
IPEF got involved 3 years ago. So in 2014, we had 31 runners. Back in 2015, last year, we had 108 runners. So this year, we have 255 runners that are all going to be out running on behalf of our charity. Those first 2 years that we ran Team IPEF, we were the top participating charity in the marathon. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're sure hoping that we're the third-time winner on that one as well. So Neuqua this year has 14 runners that are running for Team IPEF, which is pretty exciting. And of that, I think you might like to know, they've already raised over $5,000. So of that $5,000, half of it goes to benefit projects that are being sponsored by IPEF, things like Young Hearts for Life, the Fine Arts Festival, teacher grants. The other half comes directly back to your school and will be used here.
Running a marathon is a very big accomplishment, especially when ran for a good cause.
I think it's pretty exciting for the 4,000 plus people who come out and run. 450 of those approximately are charity runners that are all running for different charities, including our 255. And if you come out that day, if you guys are available, I would say totally come. You want to come downtown Naperville. You can see runners go by probably 4 times without moving more than about 8 blocks. And you can watch them on that first half of the race route, which is pretty cool.
Make sure you come out to the Naperville Marathon held on Sunday, October 23rd to support Neuqua and Team IPEF. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Kenny Henderson.
Both the girls and boys cross-country teams are off to a great start. Alex runs into the details.
After a strong finish at the conference meet, both boys and girls cross-country are on track for their upcoming events.
Both individually and as a team, we executed the way we knew we could at conference. We knew we couldn't take it too lightly because we had to compete, but at the same time, we went in there and executed the way we thought we could.
The boys cross-country team is doing extremely well and is training hard for their upcoming state meet.
Well, right now we're in what we call the sharpening phase, where our training intensity is going up a little bit and our volume is coming down. So we're not doing as many miles, and we're picking up the intensity to kind of get them ready for those faster races at the end of the year.
Kind of just that day by day, how can you get better doing the little things, making sure that kind of every decision you make has a positive impact on like the season's outcome as a whole. Because it's not just that I'm performing for myself; it's performing for the other 6 guys on the line, the other 100 guys on the team, kind of everyone that's been a part of the program. Friends, family, coaches, just making sure we do everything possible to get a good result at the end of the day for them.
In addition to the boys, the girls' cross-country team is doing equally as great.
I would say we're doing pretty well. We have a very fast team. This season, we've done, I don't think, not as good as we can. We just ran full strength for the first time on conference, but we still have girls battling with injury and stuff, so I think we're doing well, but we have the potential to do even better.
Good luck to both the boys and girls cross-country teams as they compete at regionals, sectionals, and state. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Alex Ramos.
Clubs are a hot topic at Neuqua Valley. Hank breaks into ultimate frisbee.
The ultimate teams have had great starts to their seasons. Even though the fall is considered to be preseason, the boys' team is ranked 4th in the state, and the girls' team is in the top 3. The outlook for spring looks bright.
We have a really great group, really great nucleus of seniors coming back, as well as a sophomore and a junior, and we looked amazing so far. We've actually played in a couple tournaments already this year. Needless to say, we've looked probably the best we've ever looked this early in the year, and I think that's an understatement.
The atmosphere of Ultimate is very unique when compared to other sports. One of the reasons for the recent success comes straight from the players' attitudes.
Something about Ultimate is it's really easy to click with everyone. Everyone's so nice, so welcoming, and some of the nicest people I've ever met I get to play with, and it's a really awesome experience.
Ultimate may not be a school-recognized sport right now, but that doesn't really bother the players.
I think there are the ups and downs to it. It's very expensive as a club sport to attend tournaments and not be funded by the school, so it's very expensive. But I think if it became a school sport, it'd be a lot more recognizable. I feel like it'd gain a lot more popularity. But at the same time, there's some uniqueness about the club.
If you're interested in playing Ultimate, it's not too late to join. Contact Mr. Java for information. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Hank Pelter.
Many people have different opinions about this year's election. Becky asks our youngest generation what they think about it.
With this year's election getting a lot of coverage, it made me wonder what Neuqua's youngest generation thought about it.
I was saying, I'd give everyone cookies. I'll get every candy. Pella and jam. Tell them what to do. This tea. I don't know. Wrong. Minnie Mouse.
Trump?
Trump. Harry. In the tall building. In a tree. Yeah. In the castle. In the tree. Watermelon. Cinderella. Spider-Man. Yoda.
Thank you to the We Wildcat Preschool for giving me their insight on this year's election. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Becky Buds.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.
Fade away.